Yo, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 more fitness myths that you should not believe. All right. The first one is going to be carbs make you fat. No, they don't. It's fat that makes you fat. Just because you eat carbs doesn't mean you're going to gain a bunch of weight. Carbs have 4 calories per gram, same as protein. Fat has 9 calories per gram. So saying that carbs make you fat is the equivalent to saying protein makes you fat. Okay, does that make any sense? Of course not. The reason why people think carbs are what make you fat is because a lot of the high carb foods also have a lot of fat in them. Think about like cakes and like anything with like icing or like ice cream, anything like that. They have a lot of fat in them as well. It's not the carbs that are making you fat, it's the fat. All right, the second thing is hard work beats talent. In some cases, this is true, but not always. Okay, let me give you some examples. If someone is 5'10" and they train dunking for 15 years, someone who's 6'8" is still most likely going to be able to dunk better than them, even if they've never trained at all. Or like another example is like someone in the bench press, for example, who's never benched in their life can already bench 300 pounds. And then someone comes in, they've never benched before, and they bench 150. Okay, the person that benches 300 obviously has, or most likely has better genetics, which means not only they can already bench more, but they're also going to increase their bench faster than the person who started off at 150. Like, do you really think anyone who like trains really hard at powerlifting, for example, could set an all-time world record, or anyone who trains basketball really hard can join the NBA? Of course not. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't work hard. Okay, obviously you should do the best you can to be the best that you can be, but just because you work really hard doesn't mean you're going to be really good at something. Sure, you'll be a lot better if you work hard than if you don't work hard, but don't think just because you work really hard means you're going to be better than someone else. Okay, there's people out there. If you have average genetics, there are people out there that could work half as hard as you and still be better. That's the sad reality, but it's true, and we have to accept it. All right. The third thing is sit ups give you a six pack. It's not doing sit ups that gives you a six pack, it's losing the fat in your stomach. If you do let's say you do 100 sit-ups every single day, and but you still have fat covering it, then you're not going to have a six pack because the fat is still covering it on top. That's like saying if I'm 40% body fat and I train my arms a bunch, that I'm going to have massive definition in my biceps. Well, sure, I have really big arms, but there's still fat covering it. All right. The fourth thing is building muscle is the same as building strength. It depends on the situation. Just because you build strength doesn't mean you build more muscle. For example, if someone who has been a bodybuilder for 10 years, they're used to training really high reps, they're doing them slow and controlled so they can have the most time under tension versus a powerlifter doing whatever they can possibly do to get the most weight up. And the bodybuilder says, well, I don't want to do bodybuilding anymore. I want to try powerlifting. And so they stop doing the slower reps and higher reps, and they go to lower, faster reps. They're going to lose some of their muscle, but yet they're going to get stronger. So don't think just because you have a lot of muscle means you're really strong. Like you can lose muscle and still be stronger. Most of the time, someone who is building muscle is also going to be stronger, but there are situations where that's not the case. And the last thing is you can be obese and be healthy. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, the fit or healthy at any size or whatever they say online, it's bullshit. Okay, I like you can't be fat and be healthy. That's like saying you can be short and be tall at the same time. It's an oxymoron. You can be now if you're fat, you can be healthier than someone else if you're like eating really healthy, but having too much excess fat on your body is not healthy. Like just because you eat only healthy foods, like if you're eating a surplus, you're going to get fat. Even you could be eating only healthy foods and still be unhealthy if you're obese. That just doesn't sound right to say that you can be fat and be healthy at the same time. That just doesn't make any sense. It's not possible. Well, that's all the things I had for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.